Oh, you know what we could check out right before we get into Invasion? Real quick. I don't know why they're doing this. I just wanted to kind of get your take on it because, since we're all nerds here. So apparently DC Animated is going to be doing a remake. Hey, what's going on, Austin? Signal says more characters need to adopt the Lawrence Fishburne and Event Horizon mentality. We're leaving. I agree. But DC Animated is remaking The Watchmen again. Or they're making The Watchmen in animated form in 2 chapters. Everybody's kind of confused, it seems like. I see a mix of enthusiasm and accusations of desperation, essentially. Like they're like, what can we do to get somebody to fucking buy something or subscribe to Max or something? What can we do? Like, what do we have? And now they've gone back to The Watchmen. Which I watched this earlier, but the most shocking thing to me about this is how much it just looks exactly like the Zack Snyder one, but animated.
Yeah.
Like there's full shots that are just
Someone's picking off costumed heroes.
Like, look. Why do this? And they're also using that weird new like mixture of traditional animation with CGI.
Yeah,
models.
it's that Spider-Verse animation style, which I'm already getting tired of now. Like it was cool at first, it was very innovative, but now it's lost its.
Well, this is even more low grade than the Spider-Verse stuff. Like this is kind of if people out there, if you've seen the 2016 version of the Berserk anime, or an Appleseed movie that's come out in the past couple years. They do this where it's like traditionally drawn backgrounds with 3D CGI models as characters, and they're all like wooden and stiff and weird. It's almost like no theater, where like they change masks.
Maybe this was a political killing. No. Somebody knows why.
Like there's so much of the iconography is pulled directly from Snyder's movie.
Yeah.
Like I kind of don't. I mean, well, I do understand why they're doing it because they're trying to, like I said, they're trying to get somebody to pay attention to something they're doing. And maybe this will open the door where they can start adapting like all of that before Watchmen stuff that came out like 10 years ago. Trelling says, I hate that these animated adaptations don't try at all to look like the comic book anymore. Fuck, this animation is terrible looking. I agree. I remember when they did The Killing Joke and they made a big deal about how they were trying to make it look like the comic book, and it does not look like the comic book at all. And I don't know why either. Would it be more expensive to do it that way? I guess maybe.
This is my biggest problem with a lot of the comic adaptations today is like you have all of these comic book source material to like base your storyboards off of if you really want to adapt this story. And they don't normally go for it anymore because they just want to do like really very stock, very stale shots.
Well, if you're going to do this if you're going to do a different version of this story, of this comic book, graphic novel, whatever you want to call it, why wouldn't you just do the book?
Yeah.
Unambiguously. Like just do the book. It would make so many people happy.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that was going to watch this is going to want that.
I think was it Dread 2011? 2010. They went right off of like a lot of comic frames for that movie.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Well, they had some, they had some creative people behind camera. Right. Allegedly, Alex Garland shadow directed that movie, but I don't know. I know he wrote the script.
Right.
It's a very Alex Garland script.
Yeah.
There is good and there is evil, and evil must be punished.
Oh, I mean, like, look at that. That looks awful. That looks like a Ninja Turtles show from like 2004.
Yeah. Half the animation in was it Animatrix looks way better than this.
Actually, yeah, they were kind of doing similar stuff, but it did look better. Well, as they had the money. Warner Brothers just backed up the money truck and was like, make us more Matrix shit now. I mean, that looks okay because this is traditionally drawn.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, it's very plain, but it looks better than this or this. What am I playing, like a Telltale video game? Is this Telltale's Watchmen?
Right. No, that's actually a good comparison too, because like it's almost trying to veer into that rotoscoped scanner darkly sort of animation, but it's not quite getting it. You know, it's still off.
Well, because it's not rotoscoped. If it was rotoscoped, that would be baller. That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
But people don't do that because it's very tedious and very difficult. Actually, even in the special features to a scanner darkly, Richard Linklater, there's like a making of, and Richard Linklater at some point in the documentary is just like, I wish we didn't do this. It took like 5 years to do it.
Right.
Trembling says the 2-part Long Halloween animated movie, if they made it look like Tim Sale's art, it would have been an all-timer, but they just made it look like a half-assed version of the old animated series. Yes, I agree, because it's actually a pretty good adaptation of that graphic novel, but it looks awful. Looks like dog shit.
Punished. I do not do this thing because it is permitted. I do it because I have to.
But do you have to?
Do you though? Like, yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to that. Imagery is nice, but it lacks the understanding of the themes and story that are found in both the original graphic novel and the 2009 film. Calling them out there. I don't know how you could really say that based on that trailer, but sure. Rorschach's Journal, June 13th, 2024. This looks like shit. Interesting. Someone says, I'll give it a shot, but we already have the perfect adaptation with the motion comic, which is actually what I was thinking of, because I was thinking of other things that they did when they were promoting Watchmen. And the motion comic, like if you want to just sit on your couch and listen to somebody read you the comic book, it's not a bad way to do it. It's done like an audiobook. It's just one guy reads the whole thing, does all the voices.
Okay.
It's not too bad. It's actually, it came with, I think you could buy it independently, but I know it came with the Ultimate Edition. That's how I have it. It came with it. Prophet says, I prefer the woke HBO series to any other Watchmen adaptations. Stick it to the white man and such. I agree. Yeah, it's about time. It's about time. I was really happy to see that, when I watched that movie.
You know, I never watched that show, but I remember all the memes when it did come out and just how people were not taking a liking to it.
Oh, like Squidward?
Yeah,
Manhattan Squidward. That was the meme that came out of that. It's not good. It's not a good show. Alan Moore would probably have liked it, which is not a good thing. Mm-hmm. It's incredibly woke. It's just all about how evil white people are. Trembling says, looks like the bean juice. It does. Well, without further ado, guys, I